In late 2025, California's AB 1043, the Digital Age Assurance Act, presented an immediate existential threat to the global open-source software supply chain. The mandate demanded that operating system providers query users for their age and maintain an API to broadcast that signal downstream. The statutory definition of an operating system provider was written with perilous breadth, inadvertently capturing community-led Linux distributions. The structural disconnect was severe. Regulators assumed a centralized proprietary architecture capable of holding user telemetry. They completely ignored the stateless, decentralized identity model of global open-source mirror networks. The eventual AB 1856 open-source exemption, secured through intensive direct lobbying, appears to be a political win, a crisis narrowly averted at the final hour. However, the political resolution obscures the underlying engineering reality. Monolithic mandates applied to distributed systems mathematically guarantee cascading failures when compliance is treated as a bolt-on feature. If software architects continue to treat regulatory mandates as post-deployment legal patches, they guarantee structural collapse when scaling systems to meet global statutory frameworks. We see this exact fracture in back-end database architecture. The General Data Protection Regulation demands the complete erasure of a user's data under the right to be forgotten. Erasing a user sounds straightforward until it collides with polyglot persistence. In a legacy monolithic application, a single SQL on-delete cascade rule wipes the user and all connected data. Modern microservices abandon this to achieve high velocity. They rely on the identifier-reference pattern, connecting isolated databases strictly by floating logical ID strings without hard SQL foreign keys. Executing a naive hard delete against the user node destroys the application. Downstream payment and analytics services are left holding orphan ledgers tied to an ID that no longer exists, breaking referential integrity across the entire system. The immediate engineering counterproposal is a soft delete. Keep the data, but set an isDeleted Boolean flag to true, hiding the user from the interface to preserve the database structure. And that introduces the OAuth security loophole. If a user logs back in via third-party single sign-on, the authentication layer matches the incoming token to the soft-deleted ID and issues a brand new session, bypassing the legal deletion request entirely and triggering massive regulatory fines. Resolving this requires compliance-native designs, like the Homey architecture case study. The first step is engineering pre-flight dependency checks. Before authorizing any transaction, the system actively queries all isolated databases. If the user still owns active collaborative resources, the system intentionally blocks the deletion to protect platform stability. The next step is the PII anonymization strategy. The system executes targeted hard deletes strictly on the authentication and session tables. For the main record, it actively nullifies every column containing protected personal data while preserving the primary key. Downstream ledgers maintain referential integrity, while the protected data is irrevocably destroyed. In fintech environments utilizing event sourcing, the conflict is even sharper. Historical ledger data is cryptographically immutable and mathematically impossible to delete. Achieving legal erasure requires crypto shredding. The protected payload is encrypted, and the system permanently destroys the user's unique decryption key instead of the data itself. Achieving privacy compliance in distributed systems cannot be executed via brute force data erasure. It requires highly orchestrated cryptographic inaccessibility and strict preservation of referential logic. You might assume that orchestrating these complex, multi-stage compliance pipelines creates severe engineering bottlenecks and delays deployments. Historically, monolithic security required halting production for months of formal revalidation to deploy a minor patch, a process that delayed critical vulnerability fixes and increased costs. To resolve this, regulators finalized the FDA Computer Software Assurance and GAMP5 Second Edition frameworks. These guidelines systematically dismantle the practice of exhaustive, static computer system validation documentation for every line of code. They shift the mandate toward dynamic, risk-proportionate, critical thinking-based testing applied directly to high-impact variables. Compliance is now an execution layer architecture. Regulatory evidence is no longer compiled by an external auditor. It is autonomously generated as an immutable byproduct of the continuous integration and deployment workflow. In a high-risk environment, a system's safety is proven by the mathematical rigor of the automated pipeline that compiled it, not by a lawyer signing off after deployment. This shift towards compliance-native architecture accelerates as generative AI scales. A tidal wave of overlapping global regulations is now dictating exact computational thresholds, training data provenance, and deployment capabilities. Legacy enterprise cybersecurity relies heavily on role-based access control and data loss prevention protocols. These perimeter defenses fail completely against autonomous agentic models. An AI agent pulls structured data and rewrites it into a probabilistic vector space to process through reasoning layers. As the data radically changes form, traditional regex-based firewalls become entirely blind to the state changes of protected information. Securing these deployments requires abandoning bolt-on prevention layers in favor of the open, intelligent, secure, and governed architecture for context security. This means engineering an Orchestrator trust surface, a dynamic, transparent proxy API layer positioned strictly between the foundational reasoning model and the external data environment. It actively intercepts, sanitizes, and audits prompts in real time. To deploy generative AI legally, architects cannot attempt to secure the underlying probabilistic model. They must engineer an autonomous governance layer to manage the blast radius of data transformations. This brings us to the ultimate architectural conflict. Applying strict, static legal validation to adaptive machine learning algorithms makes their continuous deployment functionally illegal due to the inevitability of model drift. To resolve this, the FDA introduced a regulatory workaround for high-risk medical algorithms called Predetermined Change Control Plans, or PCCPs. Under a PCCP, engineers no longer validate the frozen state of the algorithm. Instead, they mathematically validate the boundaries of the algorithm's future evolution. Legally deploying adaptive algorithms demands architecting the exact parameters of safe statistical degradation into the foundational code before the model ever touches live production data. Regulation does not break well-architected systems. It shatters systems built on the naive assumption that the regulation would never arrive. Surviving strict compliance mandates requires orchestrated anonymization over Boolean soft deletes, automated pipeline artifacts over manual documentation, and Orchestrator trust surfaces over direct model exposure. This leaves engineering leadership with a strict three-question audit. First, does a statutory database deletion request fracture our referential integrity? Second, does the continuous deployment pipeline autonomously generate the cryptographic proof required for a regulatory audit? And third, does the security perimeter actively inspect probabilistic data transformations or just structured inputs? Failing these three architectural checks marks a system as non-compliant and structurally obsolete.